Hello and welcome to the Fanatics of Film. Thank you for joining me. My name is Ben, and this is my quick review of Alita: Battle Angel. Originally announced in 2003, production on the release of the film were repeatedly delayed due to Cameron's work on Avatar and its sequels. After years of languishing in development hell, Rodriguez was announced as the film's director in April 2016. So interesting that it just came into fruition just barely recently, with Salazar being cast the following month. Principal photography began in Austin, Texas in October 2016, lasting through February 2017. So that's interesting, that knowing that it was completed kind of pretty quickly. I mean, they just kind of just threw him into it. And I love Robert Rodriguez. This is a very interesting combination. I would never have thought of having Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron working together. Interesting that this has happened. It's just, I think that there was a lot of stuff that fell flat because there was opportunities to really make things grow. And they do that at the beginning. I really feel like that is done at the beginning. Don't get me wrong, the scenes were great, and she was definitely built up. There was definitely a journey. There was definitely a hero's journey in there. She has to journey back, and she has to go back and see where she's from, because she has amnesia. And that's all I'm giving away, so no spoilers here. Anyway, it was definitely visually stimulating, very fun for someone who wants an action flick, but definitely not one of my top 10 so far, or in the top films of this year. Still really great, amazing action sequences. In the year 2563, a catastrophic war known as the Fall has left the Earth devastated. While scouting the junkyard metropolis of Iron City, cyborg scientist Dr. Dyson, Ido, discovers a disembodied female cyborg with a fully intact human brain. Ido rebuilds a cyborg who does not have any recollections of her past, and names her Alita because of his deceased daughter. So anyway, just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Definitely not as good as any previous Robert Rodriguez films, and definitely not as good as any previous James Cameron films. So it definitely, but it was still really fun. I do want to see it again, because I think I'll probably enjoy it a little bit more the second time. There was just a lot of things that that weren't as surprising as it could have been. Like, they gave things away a little too early, whereas it would have been probably a lot better to surprise us for those things. So anyway, let me know in the comments. Let me know down below what you thought of it, if you have seen it yet. And like I said, this is no spoilers, so it definitely it's very intriguing. Her story, her acting is pretty exceptional. I think that in general, there were some definite opportunities that could have been used to heighten the character, heighten the story. Instead, but anyway, I still really enjoyed it. I mean, there were some definitely fun things about it. She had a particular advantage at pulling out the heartstrings, because her eyes were so huge that she steals the camera. She steals the attention of the audience every second she's on camera, which is great. It definitely pulls you in. For me, I found myself getting extra emotional, because just the smallest little emotions are the way that these emotions are delivered, the way that these emotions are executed. It's like it's almost as if she could be almost nonchalant in her execution, but my interpretation would be that much more overblown because of the size of her eyes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that falls really short. The script falls flat, and it's definitely right out of an anime cartoon. Dystopian world, hundreds of years into the future. It made me want to see if they were going to ever do Akira, because I remember they were talking about doing Akira a little bit ago. But Akira is such a masterpiece, it's like you don't want to even mess with that anyway. I wouldn't want them to touch it, because these days they don't even know what to do with things anyway. The action sequences were extremely impressive. There were moments where I felt like she might be a Mary Sue, but definitely not. Like, it's, she's a cyborg, so you believe it, and she's powerful. She's a weapon of war. She's this manufactured android who apparently she's 300 years old from the previous war that had happened. I have not read the book, so I'm thinking about checking out the book. I don't know. It just wasn't. The writing wasn't the best. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy Cameron. You know better than this. It definitely wasn't. I mean, one of my favorite films that he's ever done was Strange Days. Strange Days was a great film, and if you don't know it, it's actually really great. Probably one of the most underrated James Cameron films, and it takes place in 1999, and that's, it's got this, and that was actually really great with Angela Bassett and Fiennes. It's actually Ray Fiennes and Angela Bassett, but that was much better writing. You definitely felt the 80s vibe going on here because you have a lot of group shots, and so that made it feel like a 1980s anime cartoon because they have these group shots, slow motion 80s group shots of them walking up, everybody with sunglasses, and you have the groups walking up, and so the punk rockers in the street, very common trope in anime cartoons. And Rosa Salazar stars as Alita, a cyborg with supporting roles portrayed by Christoph Waltz, and he is just a fantastic actor to put in there, but it's like they didn't really give him anything to say. It's like when he's given a great script, he can really deliver, and the script was just very, very I wouldn't call it watered down. It didn't really, there was no spice in it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. You folks, you people out there, thanks for watching this video, and please give it a like if you enjoyed it. Thanks, and have a great day.